Good morning, lovely people. So it's Suze from Crowfire Soul Crafting from the Soul. I have just been being the wizard again. I've been the wizard in the craft room. I've been just making concoctions and playing with different things. Anyway, so I've been doing that page in my altered book, and there's a couple of videos down below what I've been doing, and I got stuck on the second double spread, and I don't know if you've watched it, but I'd done these, and these were going to go on the pages, and I didn't like it. And all of a sudden I thought about something that I use in my mixed media slow art stitchery pieces. I don't use it too often, but I do love it, and it is so it's this, which is Tyvek, which is houses are wrapped in, especially in America, I think. And it is a plasticky weird paper, and you basically colour it. You can use watercolours, well, you can leave it white. You can use watercolours, you can use acrylic paints. I normally use acrylic paints. And there's another one. I mean, I got a Luchador mixed pack, which had 4 pieces of Luchador in different sizes. That was the name of the person. This is the, and it's obviously, that's really thin, which is lovely. I haven't even played with these pieces. I played with the thicker, which I must admit I'm not as keen on, but then you know, it is quite thick. And I think I bought the Tyvek off the same lady, I think. So that's the thicker, which I have used a few times, and that's that thinner. But the Tyvek I did play with quite a lot, and I got another pack off of Amazon. You can buy it as Tyvek suits, which they wear for like painting and things. So this is the Tyvek, but I prefer the sheets. I don't want to cut up a suit, I can't be bothered. So yeah, so it came to my mind that I could possibly use it in a very weird way. So with Tyvek, like I say, you paint it, and then you get your iron and you put it in between a sandwich of, I think it's parchment paper in the US. Normally in UK it's greaseproof paper, but I think it's the same thing. And you put it in between, you get your iron on quite a good heat, and then alchemy happens. Now, I'm sure most of you have seen what happens with Tyvek, but here's a box of some of my goodies that I have done. That was obviously, I left it almost like a whole sheet. So yeah, and it melts away. If you use some glittery paint, it seems to pool in between the pieces, and you get some weird sort of lovely glittery bits. Like, look at that one. Oh, I'm out of shot, so I don't know if I'm putting it too near the camera. I've got the camera quite low because I'm sitting on the chair and I need to be able to see what's in the thing. So the more you heat it, the more it disappears. And I've had pieces that have gone to like nothing, so you have to be careful. You can do it like 2 different ways, so you get the if you do it then iron it that way, then these will be dented. So you have to play around it, and to be honest, it is absolutely brilliant fun. See, like that one, I've turned it over and then I've ironed, so now they're dented in, and it is plastic, it's plasticky. It just obviously melts. I mean, that is completely flat. But then I sew these because you can't break it. Well, you can if you pull it on the bit that's thingied, but you know, you can cut it with a pair of scissors. Let me get a pair of scissors. So you can cut it into different shapes and things. So you could cut that bit off, and maybe, I keep going out of camera, sorry. And you can, you know, do something with that. This is the Luchador. So it goes quite lacy, but I'm not as keen on it. Like I said, I haven't played with the smaller, finer stuff. I made a whole load, because it is the sort of thing that if you're going to do it, you might as well get out, you know, your iron, and then get out loads of different colours and make a whole batch of stuff. That I've got some gold bits on. So I mean, you can cut these up, you know, that would make quite a butterfly wing there. So I mean, that you could cut it like a circle. There's another bit of Luchador, and again, you can really sew through it. It's amazing stuff. I mean, this is a whole box, just a load. Oh, there's a mad piece of Luchador. I don't know what I did with that. Look, I just covered it, and I think I just wrecked it. I'm sure I could use it in something at some point. But yeah, there's lots of different colours in here. You can mix, that's really vibrant pink. God knows what I'd ever use that for, but obviously I was just playing. I've used quite a bit of this. I made a wall hanging with bits of this. Now, the only thing is, it is quite puffy. So it's very easy to sew. So, you know, it's great for my projects, for my my mixed media art stitchery. But yesterday, when I was playing around with my art journal, my altered book art journal, I was like, oh my god, I could use Tyvek. And then I thought, well, I can't, because I wouldn't be able to glue it down because it's too puffy. And then, ding, light bulb appeared. And I thought, oh my god, my new mini pancake maker. Still blaming you, Mary and Embossing, for me buying one. And it, oh my god. So yesterday I got the pieces that I'd already made, and they obviously had to be small pieces because the pancake maker clue is in the name, mini, small. So you can't put your big pieces in there, but you can cut them up, and you know, so that little piece there would be great. So I could cut that off. I would love to, I need to find, oh, I can actually pull that bit because it had come to me. So I could put that in there, and I put it on like the little cut out greaseproof papers. If you haven't seen Marion Embossing, or you haven't seen, I'm sure you have because it's all over the internet. I need to get off, there was some, get that off while I'm thinking about it. It's been all over the internet using the mini pancake maker, so there's quite a few videos. So basically Marion decided that she thought she could use it for embossing powders, and oh my god, it's absolutely brilliant. And if you haven't had a go, I recommend getting one because it's fun. So I used it for embossing powders, and then, like I say, yesterday, light bulb moment. So, and you cut out your greaseproof paper or parchment paper, and you just pull it in, and you put your lid down. You have to keep an eye on it, because I had a piece yesterday that I thought wasn't going down very well, and I ended up with the teeniest piece ever. So yeah, so that was quite funny. It just disappeared. It was like a big bubble, and I'd cut out the big bubble, and then it went down to that. I could use that on something. It's quite cool. But what I did is I got my, because it's great to use like a metal spatula, even with your embossing powders. And then when it was like heated enough that I thought, then I just got that and I just squidged it down and down and down and down. And then what happens is it goes, I've got a piece that I can show you. It goes much flatter. So you still get the lovely pieces, but it just you can get it flatter and flatter. And so that is from that, and I don't know whether you'll be able to see, it's just it just goes flatter. And the reason I wanted it flatter was because then I could glue it down in pages in my journal. So that one's still a bit, probably could have done with a bit more squidging, but you could probably still do a bit more. Let's have a look. I've got a few more I did. This piece was really quite bubbled up. I don't know where that came from. And that I got really flat, and you're easy gonna get glue around there. So let me get these out of the way, and I'll show you what I did. I got another. Oh, this went really flat. So when it's really hot, you can really get it really. And I love this piece because I love all the lacing and stuff. But see, that would be great to sew on something. But you see the difference. I'd say that. You see, it's concaved, and that is like almost dead flat. It's you know, almost like it was, but you still got the lovely thing that it does. So let me move all this. I love playing with it. I love it. I love what it does. It's great to use in all sorts of pieces of art, but like stitching it in, which is the only thing I've seen done with it, just on like material, and that's all I've ever done with it. But yesterday, after I played, I put it down on my piece, so that I got them lovely and flat. They're absolutely brilliant. They've glued down really, really well. It's still too busy, and I've obviously added more and it's busy, but I quite like it because it was an experimental playing phase. So yeah, so I did try the luchador on the in the pancake maker, and literally nothing happened to it whatsoever. Nothing. So I think with that, maybe it will with the thinner, and I forgot I had the thinner pieces. And the other thing I did is I got some embossing powder on I sprinkled it on, and I got this, like, I mean, I'm sure it just, oh, I don't know, it doesn't break. Cracks though. I mean, it looks like enamel. It's really bizarre. It is weird embossing powder. It was cheap embossing powder, but yeah, so that was that bit. And then this piece I sprinkle. So what I did is I used the embossing ink, the clear embossing ink, and then I sprinkled on some gold. I'm out of camera again, am I? And then I melted it, and it, yeah, I mean, there is some of it coming off. Not a lot though. Yeah, so even that, that shocked me that it went on there. I mean, that was different embossing powder, so maybe just don't use that type. This is Wow embossing powder, and that sort of worked really. Yeah, so I quite like that bit. Yeah, so I mean, that I could sew on something, or I could probably stick down in my journal. So I'm the mad professor in my lab craft room, and then I was thinking about me glues, and it suddenly clicked that I could put in mica powder in the glue bottles, like I've put in the glitter, and brusho to get the colour. So, oh, well, it wasn't today. It wasn't yesterday, actually. I did this morning. So in this red one, I've got some brilliant red brusho. So this isn't the one. This is in the brown one. But I've got one of these, some of this. I just sprinkled it in. And then in the red one, I've got some of this red mica powder. And a little bit of glitter. And yeah, and that I just literally ran all over the page. So I wanted it to just drizzle over the page. You know, like when they drizzle those lovely things on your salad and stuff, or on your puddings. It looks so pretty, and I don't know why I wanted to do it, but I just wanted to do it. So that's what I've done. I've just drizzled it over the page in the red. I was going to go black because I've got some black glittery splodgy bits, but I went with the red. And yeah, I don't know about the page. Oh, this, sorry, I've forgotten one piece. So this was some Luchador. This green here, this was Luchador, and that is a bit that I'd already done, and so I put that down, but that was very difficult to get down because it is so, yeah, it's just difficult, whereas these, once I'd squished them in the pancake maker, they went down really easy. So the glue I used to do that, which actually I haven't done up, is the 3-in-1. They make the Fabri-Tac. So that was the glue I used to pop the Tyvek down and the Luchador down. But the Luchador, that took ages, and I did have to put some stuff on top. And I'm not 100% they're going to even stay stuck down. I know the Tyvek is, but the Luchador is a bit dodgy. So yeah, so that was that. I played with that, and I've just stuck my finger on a bit of the glittery glue stuff, and I think it's just come off a bit. And then I had an idea of because the brown, although I've got a lot of air bubbles in that, or oh no, it won't be air bubbles, it'll be glitter. So the brown is just gorgeous. So in the brown I put that dark brown brusho, and I put a bit of sort of don't know, I mean, it is a type of gold, but I don't know what type of gold you'd call it. I put a bit of that in, and then I put some tiny brown glitter, quite fine glitters. I think that came is a set off Amazon. I think it's for nails. So yeah, it's quite fine. And this is the glue I use, the clear PVA. This is from The Works in the UK. I love this because it's a litre bottle. It lasts for absolute ages. I do need to get some more, and a lot of our works have closed down, so I might have to search for some, but I'm sure other people do clear PVA. So I've done that, and then I've done an experiment of putting it on the greaseproof paper, and I'm hoping, it looks like I'm not going to be able to because it clears up. I might be able to get the dots off, but I can see that I won't get that off. I'll be able to get maybe those pieces off. So my experiment might not have worked. I thought maybe I could just then take them off once they're dried and use them, but I might as well just put them on the pages as I'm going, I suppose. So yeah, this is like a wooden piece. It's got a hole in to turn it into a pendant, but it looks so pretty. The enamel-y, it's got like an enamel-y look, and I thought, well, you just squeeze it in and there you go. So that's what I've been doing. I've been wizarding in and just playing with just different pieces. I'm obsessed with my mica powders at the moment. I do have the large 60 Arteza set, but I haven't got that out. I've been playing with the cheap ones at the minute, just to play around. I thought I would try them, but I want to do some more stuff with the Tyvek. So the other thing, I mean, you don't have to colour the pieces, so you can like cut. It's easier to colour them first, really, but you know, you could colour it afterwards, I suppose, paint it afterwards. I've never done that. I've always painted it first, and then melted it. So normally you just go over it, like I say, with an iron. If you've got small bits, you can put it in your pancake maker. If you've got, oh, something fell. You can put it in your pancake maker. What's my big heavy book again? It keeps trying to escape the shelf. I don't know why. What else was I was going to show you? I thought I had I did have a clear piece. I've done just. Where's that gone then? Oh, so weird. I cut up some like Tyvek pieces off a sheet, so you can. It's actually it's quite tough to cut when it's like this. It is actually easier when it's melted, because it is like a plastic. So, but oh my god, you can have fun with this, and I'm going to be having so much fun putting it now in my mixed media art journals and stuff. Because I love it, and I even with on fabric, it's going to be easier if I can get it flatter, and the more you press it with the iron, the more it'll just shrink up, so you can't get it quite right. But where you can manipulate it with the pancake maker, it just was brilliant. I really wish I could show you guys me doing it. I've got to find out a way that I can put the camera, because I can't, like I say, the lead to the pancake maker is tiny, because obviously it's meant to be in the kitchen, and the lead would just go, you know, on the work surface. It'd be above the work surface. So it's not meant to be on the floor, and all my plugs are on the floor in here. So I can just about use it on my little tiny table, the other side of the room. And it just, I mean, it feels a bit dodgy. I worry that it's going to fall on the floor. In fact, it's fallen twice, but luckily not when it was on. Yeah, so that's me. Wizarding all over the place. So any questions, just leave them in the comments. It's lovely to see I've got some new subscribers. To hello to you. Thank you for subscribing. That is wonderful to have you here in my mad crafting space where I do all sorts of wizardry and witchery and all sorts of art witchering. Yeah, and lovely to see all my you know, previous subscribers. I don't want to say old subscribers. Don't want to call you old. But yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely to have some new people. It means obviously people are watching, so that's nice. Although possibly you watch 2 seconds and I ramble too much, but you know, if you come to my channel, there's going to be rambling. There's rambling, and I start talking about something and then I go off at a completely different track. Don't even finish what I was saying, so you get half conversations here as well. You're welcome. So I leave you in the mystery of something I'm talking about and then I just wander off somewhere else. But yeah, so that's me. It's Sunday today. So I did all this playing yesterday and a little bit this morning. But these is funny because the 2 pages I've done in this altered book so far have been a bit like I've been experimenting with things. So I'm wondering whether I should just leave this altered journal. Maybe it's just an experimental journal, you know, that I just do all sorts of weird and wonderful experiments in. Maybe that's what I should think, because that's what I've been doing so far. And the 2 pages I've done, I'm not that keen on, but I must admit I really love the I keep saying Luchador. I really love the Tyvek. I love it, absolutely love it. And I'm going to squeeze some other bits of ones that I've got, and I'm gonna start sewing, because I think it's going to be easier to sew when they're flat like this as well. I often find it quite difficult. I have used it quite a bit in some of my pieces, but I think, let me get my Forest Whispers, which I think is the first video I did on the channel, but I can show you on here. Let's move that in case some of that glitter's wet still. Let's see if I can show you. So here is a load of Luchador, and here, and you can hear it as well. And also here I used that's organza, and I used the what's it called, soldering iron to burn it. So I think you can see there, that's all Tyvek. Did I say Luchador again? I'm obsessed with that and I don't use it. Yeah, it's all Tyvek, so that's on that piece. Yeah, so anyway, I shall go, and I think it's about time for my lunch, and I shall be back with another video. I have got some more experimenting. Hopefully I'm going to get some done this afternoon, but I've got to pull a load of stuff out to get something I haven't used in ages out. So, but I've got some ideas, so I'll let you know when I've done some playing, if it works. I think it will, but I need to play. Anyway, love and blessings to you all. Again, thank you for subscribing. If you can give it a thumbs up and all that stuff. Any comments in the comments box will be great. If I can answer them, I will. and I will really try and put up a video of the mini pancake maker in action with the Luchador Tyvek. Oh, goodness me. Tyvek. So, and as you saw, I've got a whole load. I think, oh, I've got 50 sheets. A4, 55 GSM, pack of 50 sheets, Tyvek paper. So, all of them to play with. So, I'm going to be playing with that with the pancake maker. So, I will try and see if I can set up something where I can at least show you instead of just talking about it, because it'd be nice. Yeah, so that's me going. So love and blessings, and I hope you have a lovely Sunday wherever you are in the world, if it's the end of the day, the beginning of the day, the middle of the day. Yeah, and I will see you in the next one. Love and blessings. Bye.